Hey nerds, and welcome to Flash, Theories and Conspiracies. I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd. So this week on Flash we had episode 4, The New Rogues, and we saw two really great villains that are longtime favorites from the comics, and also just some other great stuff, and who knows what's in store for Caitlyn. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to start off with Top. Now, in the show, Top was named Rosalind Dillon, but from the comics, Top was originally a character by the name of Roscoe Dillon. And something that is common to both of these characters is they just kind of figured out their powers in the comic. They wanted to do something, and so they just kind of figured it out. For Top, in the comic, he originally had the ability to spin at really fast speeds. He used a lot of kind of gimmicky top bombs and things like that. And he could instill vertigo in other people. Now, for the show, and while it would have been neat to see Top do that kind of spinning, creating kind of vortexes, all we got was the ability to induce vertigo in other people. But we did see Rosalind in the second half of the episode. She did have the correct color scheme, so that was neat. But really, not too much there that was familiar to the old Top. Hopefully, her powers will grow because the title of this episode is calling it The New Rogues. We're going to see more of these two. They will come back, just like Captain Cold came back. We will see more of Top and Mirror Master. So, jumping into Mirror Master. From the comics, there are two characters that use the name Mirror Master. The Earth 2 version that Harry is talking about, Evan McCullough was one of them. And the other one, and this is the version that is on Earth 1, is Sam Scudder. And he was a petty criminal before he got his powers, and he wanted to learn how to go into the world on the other side of a mirror. And so in the comics, he kind of goes into this funhouse room with all these mirrors and is just kind of staring at them until he figured it out. So just like the Top, he just kind of figured it out. So that's an interesting thing. He had the ability to travel through mirrors into Mirror World. We didn't get any reference to that, except that it was the dark place that Barry was after he was trapped there. Hopefully we'll see more of that. Maybe as Sam's powers grow, we'll see an expansion of Mirror World and everything's there. There is rumors in the comic that there is some sort of creature that may live in Mirror World, but hard to say if we're going to get any of that on the show. Now, eventually, this is pre-crisis time in the comics, Sam learned how to create solid objects out of mirror reflections. And this has been something that you can see in a lot of the different animated stuff, including, I think most recently, the Batman animated series, where Flash teamed up for an episode when Mirror Master was on it. So those are kind of a simple way to explain his powers. Different versions have a mirror gun that lets him shoot different things. He can create constructs and a lot of different things like that. He will definitely be around again. Like I said with Top, he is one of the new rogues, and so we will see more of him. Now, the next thing we got to talk about, Earth 19, and this is where the new Harry is from. Earth 19 does exist in the comics. Obviously, multi-dimensions, there's an infinite number of Earths, but this is an Earth where King George rules America and everything, and it's almost like a steampunk world, and we got kind of some glimpses of other worlds, and there was one that looked very kind of steampunk-esque, whereas this one has some kind of British feel to it with that hat. I don't think we're going to get a lot of the similarities between Earth 19 and the world that Harry's from. It'll be interesting to find out what he's hiding, because Cisco doesn't trust him. I don't think our Harry from Earth 2 trusted him. But it'll still be interesting to see who he is and why he wanted to leave his world to come to this one. Because theoretically, his Earth would be having similar issues with metahumans and other characters like that. So we will be learning more about this, and we'll be learning more about it next week. So stay tuned on that. And the final thing to talk about this week is Caitlyn. We've talked about her and Killer Frost before. Season 2, we actually saw her Earth 2 version as Killer Frost. Some people are speculating she's actually going to go bad. Some people are speculating that she's going to go bad. Not really, but she's going to make a deal with the new rogues. I don't know what's going to happen. I really, I kind of think she's going to stay good. Eventually, she's going to have to reveal her powers because, as you can see, there's some physical changes that are coming over her. She's not going to be able to hide it. You know, she's going through something very similar to what Cisco went through. He was worried that his powers would make him turn evil, just like his Earth 2 counterpart. Now you know that's what Caitlyn is going through. I don't think she's going to make that turn, but she's going to have probably a bigger struggle with it than Cisco did, I think. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think is Harry from Earth 19's secret or deal, or why is he here? And what do you think is going to be the fate of Caitlyn? So let me know all that in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Flash. And I've got that weekly podcast. You can find all about it on iTunes or at goodnerdbadnerd.com. So until next week, guys, this has been Brian, and this has been Flash, Theories and Conspiracies.